Hi, welcome back to Hooking is a Lifestyle. This is Debbie, and today's tutorial is going to be a remake on the multicolor Granny Square Star Afghan. It is one of my most popular videos here on YouTube, and I thought I would bring it back with a complete tutorial from start to finish, step by step, on how to create this, and maybe gift it or just lay it on your bed as you see here. Hope you enjoy this, so let's get started. So the materials I'm going to be using for the multicolor Granny Square Star Afghan are Red Heart Super Saver, and I'm going to be using colors red, white, and blue to represent the American flag. I'm also going to be using an eye crochet hook, 5.5 millimeters. Going to need some craft scissors and a tapestry needle. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using the blue and the red for our first square. So to begin, we begin with one color. I'm going to start here with the blue. I'm going to make a slip knot, and then I'm going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to join to that first stitch and make a circle. Here's the middle of our circle. Then I'm going to chain up 1, 2, and 3 for our first double crochet, and then I'm going to insert 2 more double crochet inside the circle. I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. I am going to insert 3 double crochet inside the circle. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and now we're going to be joining our second color. So before we join, we're going to chain up just 1, and with the second color you'll chain up 1 more for 2 chains. So you add your second color, which is the red. You add it here, and then you chain up 1, and then you just pull on both yarns to make it a little tight. And then you're gonna put 3 double crochet in the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And I'm going to pull on these 2 again to make sure that they stay together. This is our chain 2, okay? Right here is our chain 2. Remember, we started with 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And then we're going to do this one more time. We're going to do chain 2 and put 3 double crochet in the circle, which is going to be a square when we're done. Okay, then we chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch to the top of the chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. So we slip stitch there, and we have created a little tiny square in 2 colors. Now to continue from here, we're going to continue with the red. So we're going to turn our work, and we're going to slip stitch right into the chain 2 space, and we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And again, we're going to insert 2 double crochet into the chain 2 space for a total of 3 double crochet. And this will be our first corner, well, half of our first corner, which we will finish once we come back around. And now to move over to the next corner, we're going to chain 1.
and we'll insert 3 double crochet into that next corner. We'll chain 2 and add another 3 double crochet into our corner. Corner is made. Now to jump over to make our next corner, we're going to chain 1 and then we're going to do 3 double crochet into this next chain 2 space. Alright, so we made it back to where the other color is, which is blue. We made our 3 double crochet in there. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to stop working with that color and we're going to pick up by putting this color behind us. We're going to pick up the blue. We already chained 1 with the red. Now we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop with the blue, and then we're going to make another chain for a total of 2 chains. To work our 3 double crochets into this space, what we need to do, as you see here, we're going to, before we yarn over, we're going to insert our hook behind this and then pull up a loop for 2 loops on your hook to start your double crochet, and then we'll insert into the chain 2 space to complete the double crochet. Okay, so you have 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then we'll add another 2 double crochet in there to form our corner. We'll chain 1 and we'll jump right back into, we'll jump into this next chain 2 space for a 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet to form another corner. 1, 2, and then another 3 double crochet. Now we're back to the red, and remember we started with just a chain 3 and 2 double crochet. We haven't finished this corner yet, so we're going to do that with the blue. So we'll chain 1 and then we'll put 3 double crochet into the space here where we started. As you can see, now you have 3 double crochet and 3 double crochet. So to end it, we'll end it with 2 chains, and we'll slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. And that's how our work should look. So to continue on, we're going to continue with the blue. So we're going to turn our work, and we're going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space. We're going to chain up 3, put 2 double crochet, now to move on to the next chain 1 space, we'll put a chain 1 and then 3 double crochets into that chain 1 space. Chain 1, then jump into the next chain 2 space with a 3 double crochet, and then chain 2, 3 double crochet. Chain 2, 3 double crochet. We chain 1, we go into the chain 1 space and we do 3 double crochet. We're almost finished working with the blue, and we're going to continue on with the red. So we chain 1, we add our, let me move this out of the way, 3 double crochet into this chain 2 corner. I'm going to show you again how to change color here. We chain 1 only, we drop the blue, put it behind us, we pick up the red, we slip stitch, and then we chain 1 for a total of 2 chains, remember. And then we put our hook behind this here, and we pick up and finish our double crochet in that chain 2 space. And we add another double crochet for a total of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet for a corner. Chain 1, 3 double crochet into that next chain 1 space, chain 1, and we are working another corner here. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 1, 3 double crochet into the chain 1 space. Chain 1, 3 double crochet to finish this corner space. Okay, here we have 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. We will chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. We're going to turn our work and work back around this way. And you continue to do this until you have 13 rounds. So right now, this is how you count them. You have 1, 2, 3. You've completed 3 rounds. And as you can see, there's 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. So once you have 13 rounds, we'll stop there, and I'll show you what to do then. So here I joined my first 2 off camera, just so I can show you what the seam will look like after you have joined with the invisible join. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with the next square, which is the white and blue. So here I have it. I guess this is going to be my front side, and what I'm going to do is take this one and flip it over so the back meets, the back is facing me. I'm going to turn it around like this so I can start at this end, and you're going to join your squares through the back loops, through this back loop and then this back loop of your square. So the back loop of this square is this one right here, and then the back loop of this square will be the one facing you, the one closer to you, and this one is the one furthest from you. So I'm gonna start at the chain where the chain 2 is, and I'm you have 2 chains, right? So I'm not gonna do the first chain. I'm just gonna start right here on the second chain that was made here. So I'm gonna put my yarn through there. I'm gonna leave a long tail for sewing. You can also tie a knot here if you wish, so it won't come undone as you are joining it. And then I'm gonna take my tapestry needle and I'm gonna insert it through the back of this one and then through the back of this one, and I'm gonna just pull my yarn through. Bring my yarn back this way, insert my yarn through this one and then this one, pull, and just keep going like this all the way across. And don't forget to grab on to the chain 1 spaces also. And that's pretty much it. So continue to do this until you have all 4 of your squares sewn together, and I'll show you how I'll join the next. Okay, so I'm back, and what I did, I sewed all the top 4 squares together, and I did the rest of the rows just like this. Like I have 4 rows now that I have to connect, and that's what we're gonna do next. And here is my second one, and the same way we joined 2 squares together, and then the third and then the fourth, we're gonna do the same thing here. The only thing is that we're gonna be sewing all across 4 squares. So the same concept, just it's gonna be longer. And we're gonna take our front part and flip it over and put it together like this, and we're gonna start sewing from this end all the way, as you can see here, like this, all the way to the other end. And then we'll do the 3rd row, and then we'll do the 4th row, and then after that we can put a border on it. Or another thing that I was thinking, this right now measures, it's gonna measure 60 by 60. So if you want, you can do an additional 8 squares of just white, so 8 granny squares, and you can sew 4 at the very top of the Afghan and 4 at the end of the Afghan. I hope you understand what I'm saying to you. So you can make it even longer to fit on top of your bed. Like it fits on top of my queen size bed perfectly, and I'm gonna show you here in this picture. So I might just do that. I'm gonna put I'm gonna do an additional 8 granny squares of just one solid color, which will be white, and I'm gonna add those to the top of the Afghan, and then the other 4 at the bottom of the Afghan. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you a little behind the scenes. I'm sitting here and I'm sewing the Afghan together, and as you can see here, long. So wherever there is red, I'm sewing with the red yarn. Wherever there's blue, I'm doing it with blue. Wherever there's white, I will be sewing it with white. So that way when you lay your Afghan down, you know that it stretches out a little bit, so you won't see the seam. So let's say if I sew this blue here with white and I lay down my Afghan, you can see the seam a little, and you will notice the white. So I'm trying to do it as neat as I can, so it can look good when I lay it down on the bed. She is complete, and let me just give you a little bit of what I did. As you can see here, I use the rectangular granny square, which I'll link the tutorial here for this. And then on the sides, I used a regular granny square, which I will also link the tutorial for that. At the top, I use rectangular. So, and then you have the multicolor ones here in the middle to create the star, and then on the side again we have the regular granny square. And then all I did was, for the border, I didn't really do any border. I just single crochet around the entire thing, and I put 5 single crochet in the corners and 1 single crochet all around. That's all I did to her, because she's pretty big, so she doesn't need anything else. She doesn't need a too much detail for. Well, I don't think she needs any more detail. If you want to continue, you probably could do, after you do the round of single crochet, you could do double crochet going around it, and then you can do it like that, or you could just do what I did and keep it simple. I used, in total of white yarn, I used about, I would say, a dozen. Excuse my kids, they're catching wreck right now. I used like maybe 12 or 13 skeins of white yarn, and blue I used about 4, and red I used about 4 skeins. So you're gonna be using quite a bit of yarn. You can always skip this part, which is the rectangles on the sides, and the regular granny granny squares on the sides of it, and just stop here where the star is, and just do a border around that, and make it smaller, just so you can lay it out on top of the bed as an Afghan. I actually wanted to make it bigger so it could be a complete blanket for my queen size bed. She can also fit on a full size bed. You can do, maybe you just do rectangular squares all around it, and then, you know, the simple border, so it could look lay nicely on the full size bed. She also fits on a king size bed, just as she is. You can add more of a border to a king size if you wanted to. What else? I think that's it. I had a lot of fun doing this. It didn't take me too long. I mean, besides having, you know, household chores and kids to look after, in between that, I did a few hours a day on her. It took me, like, when did I don't even remember when I started. Maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, maybe a month. I would say a month. 3 to 4 weeks it took me to complete her. I love her. She's really nice. Anyway, I have something else I'm working on, and I'm gonna bring that to you also. I'm gonna share that with you in the next few weeks. Hopefully I'll finish it. I've been started it, and I haven't finished it, so I'm hoping to finish that next, which will be another blanket. And I'll have another tutorial for you next week. And if you do make this or something like it, please share it with me on my Facebook. I'll post the link below. You can also, if you want, you can tag me on Instagram. I'm gonna link my Snapchat below if you want to follow me on that. And yeah, that's it. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help. And if you want to see more tutorials like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys for watching.